Whips? Or what? Think of something. Behind, um...
What is up, gamers? Welcome back to Behind the Enclosure.
What are you missing?
Where am
Where'd you
I?
go?
This is a podcast series where we wind down, chill around, and talk about various things that's going on around us. Welcome back.
Welcome back, and we are your hosts, Yaji, a time-traveling netrunner and muffles a bunny from another dimension, or as the community calls us, Yaffy.
And I'm currently missing right now.
You are currently missing, yeah.
And today we have our very first guest on the table, Mr. Penguin there. Can you maybe give a small introduction for yourself?
Hello, sorry, I was looking at the stream and he did go missing.
He's gone.
What's it called? My name's Ashvelt. I honestly don't really know what to do. This is my first time being a guest on anything like this. So, hello. Yeah, I'm just here to talk about games, with the boys.
Hell
Gaming
yeah,
with the boys. We gaming.
Yeah, we gaming.
Yes.
This game nation today. It's
This
gamer nation
is
today.
the gaming episode, as you guys might have known or currently know.
Uh-huh.
And
I see settings on the stream. Is that normal?
That's his.
Shouldn't be.
Okay.
Right, so here we go. Yes, Ashvelt is you might have seen him in a couple of our streams. We play some games a lot, and he's the penguin guy usually around there.
Hell yeah. We got this is a real enclosure now. We got a bunny, a panda, and a penguin.
Yeah,
A
I
weird
noticed
combination.
that. Yeah, my height is just enough so that I'm not blocking the TV.
Yeah, dude.
No.
It's perfect.
So you're literally half a body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Muffy's small.
Am I small?
Yeah, you're smaller than me. Well, anyway.
Size it up.
All right.
Yes,
So, get
sorry.
on.
Right, gentlemen. So, as you may have known, and maybe if I've tuned into our streams, we obviously play games and we are classified as gamers. So how about you two gentlemen? Are you gamers?
Hell yeah.
You
I
would
say.
admit that.
What?
Oh, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We're understandable. We are the kind of lower part of the food chain,
Yeah.
as they say.
Gamers are the oppressed,
Yeah, gamers are oppressed. Yeah,
We are the
We're a
oppressed ones.
minority.
Excuse
we
me.
are.
Right, so this is the gaming episode, everybody, and we're going to be talking about pretty much all things related to gaming. So we can talk about, how we first got into it, our first exposure to it, our favorite games, any games we're looking forward to, and that's how it's gonna be now. You like these posters, by the way? Look at that.
What are we? Wow, you're something.
Wow.
You're really something.
Yeah,
I need a
gotta,
shirt with that.
gotta make it known somehow.
I like how you put Overwatch at the back there. Like, why is it there?
It's like the only
Could've been-
game there.
There's gamers don't die; they respawn.
Guys, you remember that? You remember unironically like sharing these posts over Facebook?
No, I do not. I did not.
You never did?
No, I never did. No.
I might have done it a few times.
I remember seeing the I'm a gamer one.
The I'm a
Like,
gamer one.
Yeah, I remember seeing that back then.
Not
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
the-
don't have a life, but because I have many.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. That's
You.
right.
I think I saw it from you, Muffy.
From me.
You're the one. Yeah, you're the one who shared it.
Yeah, well, proud to be a gamer, hashtag gamer. Yeah, but anyways, do you guys remember the first consoles you ever had, or your first exposure into gaming? How many times have I said gaming in the last 2 minutes already? Holy crap.
Gaming counter. Ding.
Oh,
That's one.
we doing that.
Okay, you first though, Ashvelt. What's your
Oh, me
first?
Yeah, since you're the guest right here, I think it's
yeah,
an
yes.
obligation.
Yeah.
Actually, thing is, if I remember in my house, we used to have consoles, like the old Nintendo ones, but I never got to play on them. The thing
Really?
is, yeah, we had like apparently an N64 and an NES and then what's it called? SNES and all that. But I never
Oh.
actually got to play on them. Technically, the first like gaming device for me was a Game Boy Color. It was mostly
Oh.
handheld actually, but for me back then. And the first console was technically a PS1.
Oh yes,
Ooh, okay,
classic.
okay. I mean,
Yeah.
you've probably, I'm guessing you're a Nintendo kind of guy then, since your very first exposure to games is Nintendo stuff, Nintendo console.
I wouldn't call myself that completely, but I mean, yeah, I did mostly play those.
Okay.
I had actually almost all of the handhelds, like
Mm.
throughout the what's it called? I had the Game Boy Color, then there was a Game Boy Advance, and then I got the Game Boy SP. Then after that was a DS Lite, then the normal 3DS, and then the new 3DS, and here we are now. And I also have Switch, so there's that.
Okay. So mostly handhelds.
Mm.
Yeah,
And-
at the start it was mostly
start.
handhelds.
Okay.
So you
But
said
I
you
don't-
had all these consoles in your house. Did they still work at that time?
No. Well, now obviously not. And the time when I knew like we apparently had them, they did not work anymore.
Oh.
They were just collections.
so-
Then
Yeah, we like after our house like got fixed up, we found like the SNES,
Mhm.
and it's like, oh damn, I saw it and I was like, I never even knew we had one. Because
Oh,
those
okay,
things
okay.
conk out after a while, especially if you don't take care of them.
yeah,
Yeah,
So-
that's true. That's true.
that goes for most systems. Yeah.
Retro
Yeah.
game consoles are easier to break. Just a few dust and gone.
Yeah, and those are also like collector items too. Like they
Yeah,
can
yeah,
sell expensive, especially if you have all of them in like a pack.
A pack, yeah, true.
You can sell them for like, oh, who knows how much.
I mean, if it's working, yeah, sure. I think people collect working ones.
Do they collect
Yeah.
working ones or do they just collect the thing for display?
Probably, like, I guess it's more expensive if it's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's working.
If it's still working, yeah, it'd be more valuable rather than a hunk of plastic.
Yeah,
That's
if you're just
true.
gonna put it on display, then a broken one that looks good would probably
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. What about you, Yaj? What's your first exposure into gaming?
Actually, my first exposure to gaming, it was okay. Just as a preface, I'm like a big console fanboy, right? Like I'm a big Sony fan.
Sony fanboy.
I'm a Sony fanboy, okay? But my very first exposure was from a PC game. It was called Prehistoric. It was a kind of like a platformer on the PC. There's also Feeding Frenzy,
Yeah.
and
Remember that.
yeah, and I forgot Bad Foker. That's what it was called.
Bad
bad.
what?
That Folker?
Bad Foker.
Folk-
How do you spell that?
Yeah. Folkr.
Foker.
Yeah.
Bad
Oh,
Foker.
yeah, no, sorry. Fokker. Like the airplane.
Fokker.
It's isn't it? I don't know how to say it.
Bad Foker. Fokker.
Yeah, Bad Fokker. I don't know, but yeah, those are my two games. And then I think, at the time my neighbor had a PlayStation 1, and I saw it, and I was like, "Yo, like this is cool." You know, you're holding like a controller, like you're not using a keyboard. So I tried it out, and yeah, immediately I fell in love with it.
Feels nice on the hand, especially when it
does feel nice
vibrates.
on the hand. Yeah.
Heavy.
Dang.
But,
a dual shock, baby.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
I love it.
Yeah, that's it. That was my first like exposure to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then my very first console was a PS2.
Yep.
I skipped the PS1.
Okay.
Yeah, because PS2 at the time it was new, and I think I was doing well for I was like a smart kid, okay?
Hmm.
I was like a smart kid, and then my parents were like, "Oh, good job, here you go, have a PS2." Man,
And
they
you got
regret that
corrupted.
decision.
You
I
got
wasn't a smart kid, and I still got a PS2.
Yeah, same
They
here.
regret that decision. Oh, got it.
Boy.
Yeah, then that's it.
It's like you got some straight A's. You earned this PS2, and suddenly all your grades just happen to fall after that.
Yeah, yep.
God damn,
Not
the
the
amount of
financial
hours.
decision.
It's like,
Oh, what?
Not the best financial decision we've made.
No, it was not. No, it was not.
unfortunately. I think it was, I think it was fun. They
It
ever
was good.
question? They ever question what you play before?
No, I used to play a lot of sports game. I would I would kind of sneak in some R16 up games,
Oof.
but I wouldn't,
Oof.
yeah.
Oh boy. Playboy Mansion and the PS2.
Yeah.
That reminds me of how we really had to convince like my parents to get us GTA San Andreas.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, well, because a cousin brought it for us, and like our parents like didn't want us to play it for obvious reasons.
Oh yeah,
At
for
the
sure.
time
Yeah.
it came out, but then
Yeah.
we had to convince them like, no, it won't turn us into like criminals that will go around and
Okay.
kill and steal cars.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. I like I had to like I'd ask my parents for money to buy a PS2 game. I'd be like, "Hey, I'm gonna buy a like a food. I'm gonna buy food. Can I have some money?" And I would save up, and then I wouldn't use the money, and I would save up to buy those like R16 plus games like behind their back. I would go into like data
Yeah.
blitz, and I would just like that. Actually, I'd be like, I'll go CR, and then they'll go ahead. Then
Oh,
I'll go to the data blitz in secret, and bada bing, they they can't bring it back. No refunds. So
wow.
Damn.
Like sneaking in like candy or something.
yeah.
Freaking heck. Ah,
But
wow.
what about you though, Muffy? What's your like first
Mm.
game exposure?
Actually, my first exposure into gaming was because during that time I had a knockoff console. It was one of those like consoles with those yellow cartridges. So there was like 900 games in one.
Yeah.
I was given that before. I had no idea what it was. Like it had a body of a PS1, like the exact same thing
Okay.
with the CD drive and the power button, right? But the thing is, when you open like the CD drive, it's just a cartridge slot. Like when you open it, there's a cartridge slot there, and all I had were those like those 900 games in one yellow cartridges. I always had, and I'd play a lot there. So much to do. I remember every time we had to like play the game, we had to set up everything. Like you remember setting up like the AV cables and the power and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You have to connect everything to the TV.
Yeah.
And like sometimes when the game doesn't work right, you had like this weird DIYs
Yeah.
solutions. I think maybe if you
Blowing
did
into
or your
cartridge.
cousins, yeah. Or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
putting a pencil under the AV cable so it works or something like that. But yeah, that was my
Wow, I
first
didn't know
exposure.
that.
That sounds very dangerous.
That sounds dangerous.
I mean, it's like
What is
right
that?
underneath it. Like it's when the AV plug is in the TV, right? You just put something underneath just to like
Oh,
push
just
it
to,
up. Yeah.
Push it up. Oh,
Because
okay,
sometimes like you have to fiddle with it so that it'll work like for
Yeah,
the
I
video and
get
audio.
you.
Yep.
I getcha.
That was good. We had that
Yeah.
for a while. I remember also my first ever console that I got was a PS1.
Mm-hmm.
The games that came with it was Spyro, Legend of the Dragon. Or no, Year of the Dragon. That was my
Okay.
first ever game and console I ever played in. And yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Later on, I did get, Game Boy and a PS2 as well. Played tons of games, of course. I nearly broke my PS1 actually, because I raged a bit.
Oh, yeah.
What? From what?
I was playing Warpath.
What is that? What's Warpath?
It's a Jurassic Park fighting game, like on the PS1. Because like
Oh,
I was doing the tournament thing or like whatever, like the story mode sort of, and there was one dinosaur I couldn't get past, and I swear I like threw the controller on the PS1 itself, and like I flipped off the TV. Like
Oh
that's
my
what happened to me.
God.
I'm surprised that like it still worked after that, but like the thing that holds the CD kind of like you can remove it. Like it
Oh,
can come
God.
off, but it can put it back on, so it still works fine. But
Yeah.
I think that was the earliest time that I remember I raged in a game.
Oh,
Okay.
God damn.
we gotta replay that.
Yeah, you gotta replay that. Replay that on stream.
I wish I can. If I had
you
it,
can.
my gosh.
I mean, yeah, there are ways.
Yeah. The second,
But, like going back to the DIY thing. Yeah, did you guys ever have a PS2?
yeah.
Yep.
Of course.
Okay. So there's this I don't know, there's this like weird thing. Like I just have a sense. Like whenever like you would insert a disc and you would wait until like the PlayStation logo comes out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh,
like
yeah.
the whoom.
Like
that.
you'd wait if it's like
Yeah.
if the game works finally, or if it just goes back to the menu.
Yeah. Do you ever have that sense that like okay, like just a few seconds in, you already know that it's not gonna work?
Yeah,
Or no?
yeah. Like every
Oh,
time. It's like
'Cause-
if you still remember like the way it looks, because we would usually time it if like the green light passes through one glass block in the back, and then now we know it works, or the other way around.
That's different. Oh, okay. Mine was I would listen into the sound of the TV because you know how TVs back then had static, right?
Yeah.
So if the TV suddenly shifts like its tone, that means it works.
Really?
Yeah,
Tone?
That's how I knew it was. Yeah, because back like TVs back then had this weird like sound, like a very sharp sound whenever it's on. But then when it shifts, like when it starts becoming quiet or something, that's how you know it works.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's for me. That's it for me. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry about this.
I remember it's like when the cubes at the start, like, and then if it lingers too long on the cubes, like after showing the Sony Computer Entertainment whatever it said,
Yeah,
and then when
yeah.
it lingers too long, you're like, oh yeah, this game's not boot.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one in me. I would always go by if it
You
did
would
that.
time it though.
Mhm.
How
No,
would you
because
time it?
it's visual, of course. It's also visual. Because like we're so used to like if a game loads pretty long, and if it like just go back to the menu, it doesn't work. We have to clean it or something.
Ah. Okay.
I mean, usually,
Alright.
it's usually like that for just how should I say it? Pirated games.
Okay. Yeah. Fair.
Because you know how they are. You know how it is. I mean,
Yeah.
don't kid yourselves, everyone.
Yeah.
Going to that store, seeing the game like wrapped in the plastic on the disc isn't just in the plastic.
True,
And you're like, oh,
true.
can I buy that? And it's like really cheap.
Yeah. True.
Oh, I had something like that
You're
in
hard.
the PS1. I think
Uh-huh.
like my siblings bought like a bunch of PS1 games.
Mhm.
There was one. You remember like Samurai X or Rurouni Kenshin?
Had
Yeah,
a
you
PS1
had, like-
game.
Yeah, there was a PS1 game that we got, and when we put it in, it would never boot up.
Bruh.
Oh my god. Loma.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like the smallest scratch can make that game just not work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. My God. There was one time where I was cleaning one of the discs. It was on the Lego Star Wars. I remember I cleaned it with alcohol just to see if it works. And I think I like removed everything from that CD. Because like when I loaded it, it showed the red screen.
It's because you don't use alcohol.
Like I think, did I just remove like every data on that CD when I did that? Is that what happened? Like it
So it
couldn't
didn't work after.
No, like at all. Like at first it just did the normal, going back to menu and stuff. But after I did that, it's like insert like PlayStation format disc with the red like clouds and stuff. It's like,
I
what the
remember
fuck? Did
those.
I just wipe out the data by just doing that?
You don't use alcohol, buddy.
Yeah, that was a lesson learned.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, I feel like the amount of like original games and the Yahar games are like so huge, like the margin.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
I think 90% of my games or our games are pretty much, Yarhard, and only a few percentage or if none are original.
Yeah. For PS2 at least, I would agree.
Did you guys like ever like how many original games do you actually have on your PS2s?
I actually, around the PS2 is when I had more, like, legitimate games. Because we'd get from our cousins or from, what's that? Like, we would just buy. Because I think my PS2 was, like, also from the US. It was the normal PS2, not the slim one. So it was the fat, big boy. And it even had, like, I forget what it was. There was an attachment you put that, like, has the same design as the PS2 at the back. We had that thing on it as well. But I think our PS2 is, like, dead. But I remember having like a number of games that were legit. I think around that time is when we didn't have a lot of PS2 games, but we would just get some from like relatives or cousins or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh.
It's I never had I never had a original game at all. It was all those 50 pesos. So.
Jesus, really? None at all.
Actually, wait, no. The GTA, yeah, that's it. That's
GTA.
all. GTA and this one. I don't know. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say it on stream. It's called Seven Sins.
Seven Sins. What is that?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh, okay. So you know how Sims is basically it's basically like Sims, right?
Okay.
Except it's R18.
So it's like if you modded Sims with like those.
And I mean, it's not even modded Sims. It's like outright what's this? Like, you know what I mean? Like
Woo.
it was a game where I think the main guy was like, he was originally like a cologne seller, but he was very charismatic. And then you know the rest. I'm not gonna say he became really popular and very rich. And
that's a hell of a clone you got there.
Yeah. So. Ew.
My gosh, dude. Like I remember the original games I had. I think it was only 2, but it might be a bit more. I remember one of them is Destroy All Humans, the original one.
Oh. Okay.
And another one is, I think it was Jackass the game.
Oh, that's a good one. Too.
Jackass the game. Those were the original ones for some reason. Because like before, wherever in the department store where I went to, it was so rare to find like original PS2 games. It was like in the toy aisle, but then there's like so few titles on it, and of course like the price is, quite high, and it's like I can't find these games in the Yahar version, so I can only see them in the original CDs. So like, okay, fine, whatever, I'll just get it.
Yep.
And yeah, those were pretty much 2 of those games were my favorite as well. So that's why I bought them. But then later on, I found the pirated versions the day after.
Oh no! Yeah. I bet you thought I should have just bought.
Maybe.
Wait.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, support the devs, I guess.
It's a great
Support
investment.
the devs. Mhm.
But you, Ashvelt, you remember your library, your old library before?
My PS2 library.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I remember we got Kingdom Hearts. Well, that was my first like encounter with Kingdom Hearts back in the PS2. I think like a relative gave it to us, and yeah, I played that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I also had GTA San Andreas, which we had to do a lot of convincing for.
Yep. Yeah.
There's-
Yeah.
Onimusha, if you remember that.
Oh, Onimusha.
Yeah,
Heck
that
yeah.
that game scared the heck out of me back then, especially like at the start. Like there's just this, like you're just walking around,
Yep.
and then there's like this woman like saying Jubei in like
Yep,
the
yeah.
creepiest way. I did not play past that.
Is that a horror
And
game?
then
Yeah, it's a horror.
it's not
Kinda.
really horror, but is it? I don't.
It's like Nioh.
Yeah,
Neo.
Yeah.
but it was like fixed camera angles if I recall.
Yeah.
So-
Old PS. It's the one with what's his name? Like the actor. I forgot. He's
actor.
he's a very like big actor. I don't know. He was in the third one, Onimusha. I remember. I forgot his name.
Onimusha.
Yeah, forgot his name. But yeah, I see. How about like your other gaming? Like, I'm guessing PlayStation wasn't your main.
Oh, well, it was technically.
Oh, okay,
'Cause,
okay.
That was the first. Well, PlayStation 1 technically, but PlayStation 2 is the first console I technically played on almost all the time.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
I still had like handheld. There was like I remember like the Game Boy had the SpongeBob. The
SpongeBob.
game. The Game
Yo.
Boy one.
Uh huh.
Which
That-
one
that
was
was-
it?
It was like a side scroller, and then yeah, it was weird. And then there's what's that? I even had a PSP, so it's like what's it called?
Mm-hmm.
There isn't like the only console I technically haven't tried is Xbox, so I've had like a lot. Like I even own a PS Vita, but Lord knows that's not getting touched. So so I think yeah, PS2 is technically like the first console I played on like a ton. There were a lot of
Okay.
games and series I was like exposed to then
Okay.
that were really fun.
Hell yeah.
They weren't mine
PlayStation.
though. I didn't buy them. It was my siblings who did, and I would just like pick it up after they were done.
Oh, okay. all right, all right.
Wow. Okay. PSP, yeah. That's the one I never got at all. I only see like my friends or cousins like playing it.
Yeah.
Really?
It's like one
Yeah,
of those
the-
legendary consoles, I tell you.
Yeah, I remember it was my grandmother who got me Star Wars Battlefront 2, like the UMD for the PSP.
Wow, UMDs, holy crap.
Yeah.
Really? Oh,
It's
that's
really
a-
small CDs.
yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
That's something. Holy crap.
Yeah, and then when they're inside and you don't hear them spin, you're like, oh god, it's not working.
True.
Oh, yeah, they
it's
physically spin.
loud. It was hella loud. Like
Yeah, it was. It definitely was.
Mm.
there was so much like you would hear. I don't know. I think mine was broken. My UMD reader, because I would hear like and then
Oh,
Oh, like scritching noises?
yeah, screeching noise, and then suddenly it would like work properly.
My
You'd hear,
god.
like
Ooh,
yeah, I don't know.
I'd hate
It's
to hear
wacky.
that. Goddamn.
But yeah, that's it. PSP though, that was actually my second console.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like I was sleeping one night, and then the morning after, my dad was playing Mega Man
Yeah.
on the PSP, and I was like, is that the PSP? And he's like, yeah, it's mine. And then he just gave it to me. Like
Just gave
a
it to
week
you?
after. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I bought this. This is mine. He was saying it like as a tease, and yeah, he just he gave it to me. I played. Oh man, there was like I only had like a few UMDs, for PSP. It was the Mega Man game, Tekken 5. It was Tekken 5.
On the PSP, yep.
Yeah.
It was Tekken 5
Thrillville
and 6.
and 6. 6 was on the PSP.
Yeah, it was Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection and then 6.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Tekken 6, yeah.
The Dark Resurrection is the one I had. Yeah,
Yeah, I've
And
never
then-
played that.
that was great. It was fun.
Yeah.
That was
I
my
wish I
first
did.
exposure to Tekken.
Yeah, the PS1.
Oh,
Yeah, the PSP one. The
PSP.
Dark Resurrection. That was my first like Tekken.
Dark Resurrection.
Yeah, Dark Resurrection.
Dark Resurrector.
Oh, we're gonna
Oh,
get into
boy.
that one? I wonder.
No.
Yeah, we're
Nah.
going back.
No.
Going back.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
the PSP is like that's my first exposure to Monster Hunter. Freedom Unite on the PSP.
Yeah.
That's when I got it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think I'm mostly like now, obviously I'm more of a PC guy, but like, where do you guys stand on like, PC console deal?
Yeah, you go first. You guys go first.
Oh, well, I guess. What's that? For me, it really just depends on. Well, since I'm mostly on my computer, so I mostly prefer playing it on the computer.
Mhm.
But if it was easier to play on like the consoles, because my consoles are like set up like in a completely different like area in the room, so I kind of have to like go out. I have to like move my chair all the way there. I have to turn, and I'll be like far from the TV or something. If it was set up in a better thing, I probably would play it more.
Okay,
But-
yeah, fair.
Yeah, I like having all my games in one place, so that's kind of why I like prefer PC gaming. I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get
But-
you. I get you.
Console superiority or whatever is not. That's such a dumb topic. It's like
Yeah,
they're obviously just selling. What's it called? They're obviously like just trying to sell it, and people who do that just want to justify. Like not all people, but those who do it like to the extreme are just trying to justify their purchase.
oh
Or
yeah,
they,
for
they have
sure.
extreme brand loyalty because there's a lot of that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I don't. Well, I don't really have brand loyalty. I'd play if I had like the thing. I would play on it, but if exclusivity is, it's fine. If like because that's what drives sales.
Yep.
But yeah, if you just play on whatever you feel like playing on, there ain't nothing
Yeah.
wrong with a PlayStation or an Xbox. Don't matter how many, like, if it's 4K or just whatever, or if it's the most
Yeah.
powerful console.
Mhm.
Admittedly, console gaming is technically easier than PC because in PC there's a lot more stuff that comes into it.
Mhm.
So because like you have to think of like your specs and everything. Well, in a
Yeah,
console
that's
you just
true.
like, oh, I just gotta like put the disc in or download it and play it.
Everything's
Yep.
already set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up about exclusivities, and anyways, those games are gonna come to PC soon, especially nowadays. We see like was it Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Spider-Man now.
Spider-Man's coming out. I
Uh,
think later today.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Did they say Last of Us as well?
Yep.
Last of Us, yep, the OG
Yeah.
one.
Last of Us as well. So like, yeah, there is something going on there, And I
Yeah.
think because also PC strives more because of the online thing. Before, I remember for PS3, you didn't have to pay for online, if I remember correctly. Like
Yep.
online was free before.
PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because I think that's what put them in the same race up until they started, putting subscription packs just to play online, which means it sounds like an obligation for the player to like, oh, you have to play every day, otherwise, your subscription is not gonna be worth it, that sort of thing. I think that's
Yeah,
how I
yeah.
see it. If you like pay for online, like for Xbox or Nintendo or for PlayStation Network. That's how it is. And your PC is just, pay your internet. You're pretty much paying twice your internet, I guess, is, for if you're gonna go in console.
Yeah. Yeah, G. Remember when we played GTA 5 back on the PS3?
Oh,
And online.
yeah. Oh man.
Oh,
Oh man. that was like that was lag hell.
and that was rough. We would
That
never
was rough.
finish a heist because someone would disconnect.
Yeah, true. I mean,
Well,
hey, but to be fair, like I think going back to the topic of like subscription, I think it was an okay move that they did that because they're paying for servers, right? That's what they're doing. That's what online is for, or is it not?
I guess, yeah, for their PlayStation and Rook servers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I don't know. Maybe from an outside perspective, it's like, oh, they're just lining their pockets, or maybe they are paying for like extra service. Like, if you get, let's say, if you get a better deal out of PlayStation, or like free games or something, like I think that's PlayStation Now though, or no, not PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Plus.
Plus, yeah.
Yeah, you get like, unless you get like good deals out of it, maybe it's worth it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, but I remember the GTA 5 days. Oh my god.
yeah.
Yeah, we could not finish a heist because somebody would DC.
Yeah.
What's that? For the subscription thing, well, honestly, if they're what's it called? If they're offering like extra stuff with it, because that's what they mostly do with their online services.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you said, like PlayStation Plus, they like every month there's free games
Yep.
that they can get like free to own.
Yep.
And then there's what's that? I don't know what the Xbox one is called, but then they what's it
Xbox
called?
Now. Wait, no, that's not it.
Game
Sorry,
Pass.
that's PlayStation
Xbox
Now.
Live, I think.
It's live
Okay.
with the Game Pass.
Yeah, it's like I think it's more of like they have to what's it called? Yeah, they're the support for that, like them supporting like a free online where people can just like play and whatever for the infrastructure. I could be talking out of my ass. Who knows? I don't really. I don't know.
It's fine.
Yeah, the what's it called? I guess that's why, like, because like with PC, I guess it's easier. I don't know, but yeah, if they're offering like other stuff with the online, and if there's like benefits and all that stuff, and also the price,
Yep.
there's if it's like good, that's fine. Like Nintendo's online is like $20 a month, or no, $20 a year. But it's not exactly good online, depending on what you're playing. But what's that? They offer like the NES games and all that stuff. So there's that. And yeah, PlayStation has like PlayStation Now, and they have PlayStation Plus. No, actually, they merged that. I forgot. Where it's like the you get like you get older games now in higher quality depending on like your subscription tier.
For Xbox?
No, for PlayStation.
For PlayStation, sorry.
Like
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus Premium something, like you subscribe and then you can play like download and play these older games. So there's that. And then Xbox has whatever. I think it's like the games with Xbox Gold. I remember seeing those, and they would choose the weirdest games possible. Like the most obscure games that you can get like on a sale with your subscription. I would always see those, and I'm like, who would buy this? Unless like you've like played it before, and it's like a nostalgia. But they were always like really old or weird games.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have Game Pass, so that's good. That's their online thing, I guess.
Like that. Was that in the PlayStation? Was that Adventures of the Black Tiger or something?
Oh, the PlayStation 4 game. Yeah.
I forgot what it's called.
Oh my god,
Life
I
of
don't know
Black
that.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like those asset flip like shovelware games, and it got like a trailer on the PlayStation channel for some reason. So a lot of people just saw it, and it was like just it was just like a black tiger, and then like just going around like a really like a map, and it even has stolen music playing in the trailer.
Yeah, it's the most jankiest
hell?
shit you'll ever see.
Yeah,
I'm looking at
weird.
it right now.
So
Yeah.
weird.
What?
I remember like
Yo.
the music is from like, if you remember like that anime Parasite, the Maxim.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the music is from.
My
Oh
God.
my God.
So weird.
It's freaking. It's at like in Xbox indie game level kind of crap. Gosh. Yeah, you know, talking about games, I'm gonna give you guys a little quiz here. I want you guys to
Okay.
pull out your top 5 games that you could think of right now.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Like top
gosh.
5 games
Uh.
right now, you know, on the top of your head.
Okay.
Say it's your favorite of all time, you know, the GOATs.
Okay, fine. I already have mine. I'm ready. How about
Okay.
you guys?
Yeah, go on ahead.
I think you can
Okay.
start since you're the one who thought about it. I'm still thinking of mine.
Okay. My top 5 games of all time would be, first would be the Uncharted series. Man, I
Hmm.
fucking love that game. Like that series, it's so good. Like, I kind of there's a bit of like a kind of like a, not, I wouldn't say love-hate relationship with it. It's just that I just wish every Sony franchise wouldn't copy the style it went for, you know?
Like the AAA third-person action
Like
game.
story yeah, like I think it's good, yeah, definitely, but you know, like, gosh, there's so many things that Uncharted did well that made it great.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And like other games are trying to replicate that feeling or emulate it.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, yeah, it's okay for me. It's just that, you know, yeah, there are too many of them, but it's still good.
Mhm.
Second would be Final Fantasy 14,
Of course, of
the
course.
MMO. Yeah, it's really good. That's probably like my favorite MMO right now. I mean, I would say, yeah, you know, of my life. Like out of all the MMOs I played, that's the best.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really good. I love the story. And then my third game, this one's a bit obscure. I don't know if you guys would know this. It's a game called Radiata Stories.
Radiata
it was,
Stories.
Yeah, it was a Squeenix game. At the time, they were still called. Was it? No, they weren't. Yeah, they were still called Enix. They weren't with. They weren't Square
Like,
Enix yet.
They weren't
Squaresoft.
squares.
Yeah. And then yeah, it was a cool RPG game that the art style was cute and all that. But yeah, it just never popped off. Like, I don't know. God, I wish there was a remake of that. But anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth game would be the Red Dead Redemption 2.
The second one in particular, huh?
The second one in particular, because the story was so good. Like, the RIP multiplayer, but
Mhm.
man, the story was great. I loved it
Bruh.
so much, like development. I don't know. I'm like, as you can tell, I'm like a story heavy guy.
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
like, yeah, I like story. And then
Your
my
fifth
fifth
one.
one, the last one, I would say. Okay, this one's a hard one, but I'm gonna say Fire Emblem Shadows of Valencia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Again, story. It was so good. Like, it was the Fire Emblem where, well, it's the only Fire Emblem game that I've played that the main character was not a custom character.
Oh.
Like, you had to play a set character, and everybody had like set routes. Like, you don't mix and match anybody. No, they're all. Wait, no, you do. I forget. I don't know if you do.
They kind of have like fixed
Relationships.
well, they can still like speak, but there's no like pairing people up.
Pairing, yeah, okay.
It's
there,
just
yeah.
up to A, if I recall, like the
Yeah, yeah.
supports.
Yeah, there. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's Mhm.
looking at your list, yeah. So you pretty much you're really into like heavy, like story heavy games.
Yeah, dude.
You like
for
to
sure.
invest yourself in rich stories. Also,
Mhm.
you know, RPG as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna ask actually before this. Like, what exactly is your taste? Like your genre in gaming? Like, what do you really look for? Like, what's your main genre?
Hmm. Main genre?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, I would say. Okay, so I would say RPG. That's my number one. Like I would always look for RPG.
RPG.
And then story based would be number two, or story heavy. And then number three, like these are just like the three things I always look for. The third one would be, this is every now and then, but I would always look for a strategy game.
Strategy.
Yeah, so yeah, you can see, like, actually a lot of my most of my top 5 are strategy games. Radiata was a strategy game. Um
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem, and
FF14. Can you call it that?
FF14, I guess. Yeah, kind of a strategy.
I mean, like, I guess when I think of strategy games, it's like Fire Emblem mainly is the thing that comes to mind. Like,
yeah.
kind of like a chess game or RTS.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, interesting. Good taste. I've only played some of them though. Okay, what about you, Ashvelt?
Oh, let me pull up my notepad because I would forget that for sure.
Okay.
For me, what's it called? I think my top one game and a game I'll really like remember Silent Hill 2 in particular.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, a lot of people know that the Silent Hill series has not gone over very well over time. With like, first, in my opinion, it's probably the scariest because it's PS1 and it was the start, and it's a bit more like wacky cult whatever. But dude, like that game, admittedly, I did play it back on the PS2, and I was like, with all the other games I played on the PS2, that's probably not. I was not at the age to play that, but Silent Hill 2 was really good. Even my dumb kid brain would like, even like back then I would know like, oh, this is really good. It's not like just scary and all that, but there's like a really good story and the game's super fun. Well, it was still obviously like the fixed camera angle, kind of clunky-ish, but at the time it was like, it looked really good. The stories, honestly, and the atmosphere and the place itself and everything was. But it's probably like one of my favorite stories and like video games in general.
Okay. Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2 is the one with the fog, right, and the mirrors.
No, well, fog is in all of them. Mirrors,
Okay,
I think
sorry.
you're thinking of Origins on the PSP.
Is it the one with
So James,
what's it, pyramid head?
yeah, Pyramid Head.
Okay.
Don't all of them
Yeah,
have
I
pyramid
remember that.
heads?
Okay, wait. Side note,
Yeah.
Pyramid Head is basically the poster boy for Silent Hill. If you see him, it's like, oh, it's Silent Hill. But
Yeah.
Pyramid Head was basically like a character for 2 specifically, because
Okay.
he's meant to be attached to the main character in 2. But then he got popular, and Pyramid Head is basically just a poster boy for Silent Hill in general. And
Okay.
he appeared in different like other games in the series, and they fucking like called him the Boogeyman or something. And I'm like,
Boogeyman.
The
Oh my
Boogeyman.
god. Baba
like the
Yaga.
creative director even said that he regrets making him because
Oh,
like of how how
popular.
everywhere he is now.
Popular. Yeah. He's also in many fan content as well.
he
Understandable.
lost the meaning, or the
Yep.
meaning of the characters lost. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Okay. To number 2.
Yeah, number 2 I think is the Kingdom Hearts series.
Of course,
Which is-
yes.
Hell yeah.
I
Okay.
have like it's like that thing where the fans can be like the biggest critics to the series. I'm a fucking huge fan. of KH, but I also know like when this I follow the story and I know the story is complete bonkers. Especially like you need to follow the first there's the first PS2 game and then there's the Game Boy Chain of Memories, which I did play on my Game Boy. And then there's Kingdom Hearts 2, which I did play as well. And then after that there was Birth by Sleep on the PSP, which I did play. I didn't play Coded. That was the only one I didn't play on the DS. I didn't play the other one on the DS. I played the Days. There's that.
Yep.
I played Days, and then on the 3DS I played Dream Drop Distance. And I bought the remasters on the PS2, and then I bought it again on the PS3. And then,
Wait, there was a Dream Drop Distance on the PS2.
oh wait, no, not the PS2. I bought the remasters on the PS3, like the 1.5 and 2.5.
I got so shocked. Because
Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts was the only, or Dream Drop Distance was the only Kingdom Hearts that I never like got into.
Yeah, that
because
was
of
the
DS.
3DS. Yeah, and then I played 3 as well. I also played the DLC of that. And yeah, it's a series I grew up with. It's kind of like how people like Pokemon, even though, you know, like Pokemon's... Well, I'm not saying Pokemon's bad, but it's kind of like in a weird spot where like the fans are like super hard to please, but obviously Pokemon's meant for kids, so like you know, a lot of kids will just keep buying it.
Yeah.
But then it's like that because I know I grew up with it, so it's a game I like really enjoy and cherish, even though I know the story is completely weird and I'm still following it, even like the phone game and everything. So
Yeah.
That's one of the games that I think that's like my top 2. I still like really like Kingdom Hearts and I'm still excited to see what they're gonna do.
Yeah. For
No,
those
yeah.
listeners out there, by the way, if you were in a chat with Ashvelt and you bring up Kingdom Hearts, he's gonna go all out. It's gonna be like a 1-hour thing for him. Like every time. I remember every time it was brought up in chat, he would go on a whole like lore spiel about it.
Oh, I would disclose. I would ask if you wanted me to.
No,
Yeah,
we're gonna be here
but-
for 5 hours straight.
Oh,
Not
I
now.
won't do that.
Maybe if you make an essay video.
Oh god, I don't want to do that.
Lore video,
Kingdom Hearts.
episode 39.
There's enough of that around.
Okay, Kingdom Hearts, of course. I expected to hear that. What's your third
The
one?
third one is probably the Monster Hunter series.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, those are one of the games where I'll gladly pre-order the game if I can, because I don't usually pre-order games, but I trust, you know, especially now, like Capcom really like Monster Hunter World is obviously what brought it to like the mainstream, and now like Monster Hunter's like mainstream. It's Capcom's biggest game now, which is very surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually started with same thing with Freedom Unite on the PSP, but I never finished it because it was so hard.
Oh man, that was a classic. That was my first Monster Hunter game.
Yep.
I had Freedom Unite, and I think a relative also I got from the US. Like a relative just gave me the disc or the UMD of the first game ported to the PSP. I never finished that either. So, you know.
Yeah.
I see.
Monster
That's
Hunter's a
another-
classic. Freedom Unite is also my first, technically.
Yeah. Same. I think the 4th and the 5th was a little weird for me. I decided my 4th to be Fallout New Vegas.
Fallout.
Okay, well
Yeah, because I played that on the PS3. I fucking love that game. That game is actually like the I know it's all like you're literally in the Mojave in a desert, but like the tone it goes for and like just exploring it was super interesting to me. And I think that was like one of my that was my first Fallout technically. I never played Fallout 3, even though that is like the more higher rate. That's like the higher rated Fallout at the time.
really.
Yeah, I
at
think
the
3 was
time.
like 3 is like
Okay.
more, especially like the story, and at its time that was like the first Fallout that went like first person, third person shooter instead of like the usual or like the original Fallout, like which was more like top down.
Yep.
But yeah, like New Vegas, I played that a lot. I had like all the DLCs and everything on the PS3 because I saw it in like Data Blitz, and it was like super cheap, and I'm like, oh dang, I gotta get this, and I would play that game a ton.
Yeah.
That would just be a game I would just boot up and like just play like however I can. Even like after I finished the stories and the DLCs, I would still play it. And it's one of those like few like Bethesda games that I wouldn't mod at all.
Really?
Because
it's already good as it is.
yeah, it's already good as it is, and I really love like the vanilla experience of that.
Oh, yeah,
And I
yeah.
know it's like, what's that? It's like, you know, mod would help like a lot of the kinks and wacky stuff it has.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a game that I really like loved playing a ton.
New Vegas. Yeah, New Vegas was great. It was mostly appraised as the best Fallout game for many people. But 4 was, I think, was a mixed bag for people as
Yep.
well.
Yeah, for sure. for
Like
sure.
some people loved it, some people hate it. It's like I'm hearing like a lot of mixed responses with it. Okay,
Yeah.
Fallout New Vegas.
And the fifth one, this is just me. I think it's like The Sims. And
The
Sims 3.
Sims. Really?
Sims 3.
Okay.
Sims 3 in
Okay.
particular, because I'm like ranking them by games I've like played throughout like my life, and
Mhm.
The Sims is one of those games I would just like. If I had it on my computer, we actually bought The Sims 3 like back then, and we even had like the extra discs of the extra like the expansions and stuff.
Oh.
Like I would play. Well, you know, Sims is always one of those games that you just sit down and play for hours and hours.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
that was
Yeah.
a game like Sims 2 and Sims 3. Those were my first Sims games. I would play those like extensively. Like
Sims
they're
3.
I would even go through like all of the like stuff through the game, like leveling up all the skills, learning all the stuff in Sims 3. Like even just exploring like the world map, seeing all the like the kinks and the stuff, like the stuff all around it. Like
Kinks.
yeah, like
Yeah, the
because there's a weird thing. I remember there's like a tunnel in Sims 3, like in one of the towns. There's
Okay.
a tunnel that's closed off, like it's boarded out. And then at night, if you look at the tunnel, there's like red eyes in it, and I'm like, huh?
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, wait.
Oh, I never knew that.
I remember seeing that. I don't know if it was red eyes or just eyes, but it was in one of the towns, and that was like one thing I would do in Sims 3 because you know it was like a whole world map,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that was I think Sims 2 and 3 were the ones I played so much. If I would love to play that game again, like over and over, especially because like the DLCs are just so good, and it was just you know what that was like me at the PC. Even I remember my mom would play. My mom and my sisters would
Oh,
play
that's
like Sims
awesome.
3 also a ton.
Mhm.
So
That's
just
awesome.
watch it. It was super cool.
Sims 3. So what do you think of the later Sims games, you know?
I think they're fine. I mean, it's more one thing that Sims 3 was very unoptimized. That game you would not be able to out tab out of that game properly,
Yeah.
or it
I
would like
remember.
take time to load and all that. Because
Uh-huh.
it wasn't very optimized. I like how the newer ones are more optimized, but I miss the open world. Like you can just like zoom out and explore instead of like you know having just a fixed area in Sims 4.
So it's
And-
like a very open world, huh?
Yeah, it was in Sims 3. Like you could just zoom out of the map and zoom into like any place, and you could have your sim walk there in the town.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
ever play Herbs?
Herbs? Oh, I haven't. I never
Sims
played a
Herbs.
console Sims, other than like
Okay,
the
okay.
ones on like the. I played the handheld Sims.
Okay,
I can go on a whole spiel about that some other time, but
Boy, I played the
Okay.
one in the Game Boy.
yeah, the
Yeah,
Game
Herbs
Boy
was on the
one,
Game Boy.
I never played it there. I only played like the Sims 2 and on the Game Boy and the PSP. Those were the ones.
Oh yeah, I remember the PSP one.
Yeah,
Oh man.
I don't
that
remember
was
much of
like
that, yeah.
I never played like the other like the spin-off console ones because I would either just play those or like the actual Sims 2 or 3 on the computer. So
Alright.
yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. Yep. I think for me that's my 5. If I really had to like pick and choose what I really like loved playing back then.
Okay.
It was kind of hard to choose the 4th and the 5th honestly. So I just
Mm.
chose those.
Yeah, I'm seeing a mix of genres over here from your list. Like,
Yeah, one thing. If you ask me, like the thing you said with Yaji about
Yeah.
genres, I would not be able to answer that because there are games that are like of extremely varying genres that I like love playing.
mhm.
I think
Yeah,
one genre I would probably like keep an eye out is probably a survival game, like
Survival.
with building
Okay,
and
okay.
like crafting. Those are the games I
Minecraft.
would. Yeah, Minecraft was the first game I bought with like online.
God, I'm
Oh,
surprised
hell
both
yeah.
of you didn't even mention Minecraft in your list. That is so.
Yeah, I mean, Minecraft's
Fuck
fine.
God.
I wouldn't say it's the perfect. It's like one of my favorite
Yeah,
top
same,
games.
same, same, same.
It's just fun to play, but I wouldn't say it's a top game.
Yeah.
Like survival, right? I think the only survival game you ever mentioned was Fallout New Vegas. That's survival, right?
Technically,
No, that's more of an
Yeah.
open world,
RPG.
technically.
It's more RPG
Yeah.
yeah.
than survival.
I didn't put a survival game in the top 5 because there's no survival game that I can think of the top of my head that
Forest?
is like, I get, and I don't know. That's more of like a survival horror and
Ah,
stuff.
okay, okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, like
Alright.
I do like horror games, but I don't like play the. I play specific ones, not like the more common like ooh scare and then that's it.
Mm.
Okay.
But like, yeah, I do keep an eye out for survival games. Thing is, I played a ton, and there's not really any of them that can like stack up on this list.
Okay.
Alright, alright.
It's just, yeah, hard to choose.
Okay.
But that is
Like
a
the
genre I
list.
guess I keep an eye out for.
PT, baby. PT.
Mm.
Right.
Yours, what's yours, Muffy?
Okay.
Mhm.
This is gonna be a really mixed bag because I'm just right now. I never thought. I just thinking like what I can pick from my head and just remember the games that I played. So okay, let's start from the beginning. Team Fortress 2.
Oh boy.
Team Fortress 2. Yes.
That's your number one.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's not in particular order for me. It's just like games that I played before and I really like. I really like
Oh,
them.
okay.
Yeah.
Alright, alright. Okay.
So Team Fortress 2, of course, it's the first game that got me into FPS, like multiplayer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, before when TF2 was like pretty much pay to play, it was really fun. There was not like a lot of games I could play multiplayer with, so Team Fortress 2 was, there. Of course, there was also Left 4 Dead as well. Those were the two games. I'd always play Left 4 Dead in like the internet cafes we would always go to. That's always a top game. But I don't know, Team Fortress 2 is different. Like I did play CS:GO, or no, not CS:GO. Sorry, CS Source. It didn't hook me as much. Plus, I don't think I had the game that time. So like Team Fortress 2 was the next best thing because the only exposure for me for TF2 was those old Gmod videos that I used to watch, and I wanted to play the game. Oh, it's fun, it's actually fun. That's all I could really say. It's a really good class-based shooter. Because I honestly want to put like either Overwatch or Team Fortress 2 in the same in the same level.
Oh, okay.
Because like TF2 is great. It was great first time until later updates it started to become more and more. What's the word? Like it changed like a lot. I guess most games do, but I feel like it lost its character a bit. And of course, once Overwatch rolled in, that reignited my love for class-based shooters early on. I remember when I first got Overwatch, I was at an office and me and my friend went to the game store. We bought Overwatch, like the physical thing, or Origins Edition as well.
Dang.
With the
Wow.
CD, with the skins.
bro.
Yeah, with also the guest passes in their different games as well, like for Warcraft, Starcraft, and Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, things I would ignore.
Yeah, and I really loved the game before. I see you're hearing it now. That was a really good time until, of course, later updates. I fell out of love with Overwatch, and it's gone.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Next.
Alright.
And of course, yeah, TF2 is like the game that we would always play before, like all the time, mostly.
Uh-huh.
Yep. It was great.
Next game that I could put on my list, Nier Automata.
Yeah, I expected that.
You finished Nier?
Yep, Nier Automata. Oh God. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
You do finish Nier, bro.
Yeah, I did. Okay, I did. Nier is my a great game for me. It's an RPG game. It's got good gameplay. It's got good story. What else could you ask for? And of course, good characters.
Oh. Okay, I thought you were gonna say something.
Yeah, great character
Yeah.
design.
Great character design. Great story. Because like for me, if a game leaves an impression on you for a long time, I think that's really good. Like for story-wise, gameplay, it's on the top for me. I could also say the same for Replicant as well. They're both on the like another game that they're both on the same list for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's just great. If you guys ever wanted to try it out, I suggest, you know, playing it. It's really good. Really good, especially the ending. My God. This gave me chills. Like I swear.
Yeah.
The one with the
boy.
credit scenes. Okay. The third game, of course, Monster Hunter is there.
Okay.
Yep,
Hell
Monster
yeah.
Hunter. My first exposure to it was with my cousin's PSP, Freedom Unite. We were both trying to hunt a Tigrex. And we were using a heavy bowgun.
Oh,
No.
for you?
Yeah, but like we were just taking turns on the PSP.
Oh, okay.
Like I didn't have it, I just borrowed his PSP and I just
thought it
watched
was a
him play.
multiplayer. They were doing multiplayer.
Nah, sadly. It would have been great though. Freedom Unite is
Yeah.
my first exposure to Monster Hunter, and then I found out, oh, they have a PS2 game. So I bought the PS2, the original one, the first one, which I actually didn't know. And I was too scared to play it. Because I remember they showed Jurassic Frontier as the one of the forest map, and it had this scary undertone, and I couldn't get out of the camp the whole time, so I wasn't able to play the technically first game as much. But then later on, I did get a 3DS. We all know what happened to that, and I played Generations. Play that, of course, and then World, Iceborne, and now Rise, and Monster Hunter is quite a unique. It has a unique gameplay where not a lot of games do it. I think, where like you just get thrown into a boss and then just farm him, and then you can wear his scales as armor and weapons, and I don't know. It's just I like it. It's just unique for me.
No, yeah, I get you. Yeah.
The grind.
Yeah, the grind is not that much for me. I'd say like it's not as heavy. It's pretty okay. I mean, yeah, we got games like God Eater as well, and there's another game that's similar to Monster Hunter.
Dauntless.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Dauntless. I was gonna say Paladins.
That's similar to Overwatch.
Paladins.
It's
my
both
gosh.
light blue, so I thought, alright, okay.
Yeah, they are.
Dauntless.
Dauntless. No, yeah, there's also another one where it's like you hunt Japanese like yokai in it. You remember?
I think I know
Crap!
what you're talking about.
I know the series.
It's not Ikitosen. No, I don't know. Monster Hunter's like been also a game that I've been playing for quite a while, and it's great. It's great. Tokiden, there we go.
Yeah, that's
Tokiden.
That was on the tip of my tongue.
That was another one that I wanted to play because it was pretty much similar to Monster Hunter, but it's Monster Hunter and God Eater for me. Those are the two.
Okay. Alright.
Fourth. Shit, what is my fourth one? Okay. I'd say fourth is for me. Senran Kagura.
Really?
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but that was just funny. That was unexpected for you
Yeah,
to say.
'cause I'm
Or you're gonna say
just-
something else.
I'm just pulling out games from my ass now.
Yeah. Okay.
Because this is a top 5. This is like really hard to pick. I'm like
Okay.
picking the games that I really like to play. Yeah, Senran Kagura, if you guys didn't know, is a Muso game. The gameplay is like, Samurai Warriors or Dynasty Warriors, except the main characters are very voluptuous ninja girls, kunoichi. Yeah, it's what else can I say? What else can I say about that game besides it being very, very fun
stuff.
to play? It is actually
Yeah.
quite fun, like legit. If you're into like those Muso games, it is quite fun to play for me. Yeah, it's really all I can say.
Is it? Did it like stick with you because of the characters and all?
Yeah, kinda a bit.
Not like I'm not saying it like in a. It's like oh they're hot and then like I'm like no I'm like genuinely curious like why you would pick it as like a top.
I don't know really. I don't know.
I think
It's
he ran out of games to put.
no, it's just that I'm like scrambling for like the games that I've played a lot or like just stick to me. Oh, Senran Kagura is one of them. I liked it. It's got a good series. Reflections, Estival Versus is the one I played. I wish I could put. I mean, you know what? I might have to take back my list, but okay. Fifth top game that I played is. Man, I want to put a visual novel here, but I don't know. Like, yeah, that's. You know what? We're gonna make an honorary list. Fifth game I like is Aliens Isolation.
Oh. Yeah, you played that on stream.
Yeah, I've played that one. I played for quite a long time. I thought I do like Alien Isolation. It's a horror game. I enjoy horror. It's a survival as well. Because the thing that's really good about Aliens Isolation for me is the alien itself, in that it actively can track you down. Because it's not like an NPC where it just sticks to one area or just goes like or has like a cycle that it goes around a map, right? The thing actually goes to where you are. Like if you make any noise or if you do anything, it'll like just kind of orbit around you wherever you go. And that's, for me, is pretty like, it's kind of scary to think like, oh, he's not just there, he can be like anywhere, he can just vent wherever you are. And I like that in a horror game, the feeling that you're always being followed. But yeah, I could also say that to other horror games that I played.
All right.
I think Isolation is like because you like the Aliens franchise also.
Yeah,
Right.
I did watch the Aliens movies as well.
Yeah.
So I guess
And I think
it's part of it.
Isolation was like a really good show of like an enemy that really like pursues you and all that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty much like, would you say it's like let's say Nemesis or Mr. X from Resident Evil?
No, I
'Cause
don't
I
think so.
I mean, they do pursue you, but they're like sometimes they're fixed, sometimes they're what's it called? Like sometimes they're fixed, sometimes they're just like roaming around. Because you do have like fixed encounters. I feel like I didn't play Isolation, to be fair, so I don't really know. But like the alien one is like actively like it's hiding from you, and it's also like looking for you at the same time. So you have to hide from it, and I think that's like really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's in my list. So that's my top 5 at least. But
All right.
I do.
Man.
I wonder if we can still do like honorary mentions, like.
I kind of feel I kind of want to go back to my list because y'all like really explained why. Like I just went with the most basic explanation, you know.
Oh yeah,
Like
we can go back. You gotta.
okay,
Could refurb,
Yeah,
like
why?
just review our list again.
no. At least my list, right? Like I want to,
Okay.
I wanna defend my top 5 because y'all really had like really good yeah, explanations of why your top 5 was your top 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, going back to mine though, I guess okay, like first one, Uncharted. I don't know, it's like that game. The I really like the character banter with each other. Like there's so much dialogue, there's so much character. Like in a lot of games that I've played before Uncharted, a lot of the characters have very bland characteristics. Like
Mm.
you know that they're the main character, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
But with
shit.
Nathan Drake, he shows that he's just human. Like he has limitations. This guy's just an adventurer, you know.
Mhm.
And like him developing all these relationships, having like trouble, nearly dying twice, losing a lot of people that he cares for, and like going through all of that, like like the development of each game just made it such a like a perfect series, man. Like it went from him like being a reckless adventure because he has nothing to lose, to that's Uncharted 1, to Uncharted 4 where he's even thinking of quitting adventuring because he has so much people he cares for that he doesn't want, like, you know, to be in harm's way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know, there was so much development. I loved it. And the characters, they were all like very interesting. There was no character that like got me bored. Like all of them like made me feel things, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, then it's just so good. And man, I was so happy when they announced the movie about it.
Oh, yeah,
no,
the
I
movie
wasn't disappointed, but you know, could have been better.
Could have been better.
Yeah, it could have been better. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I really love Uncharted.
Mhm.
And then Final Fantasy 14 now. Like this MMO, a lot of things why this game is great is because a lot of MMOs these days, it's focusing more on the MMO part and not the RPG part.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this game is like a great balance of both. Because it's an RPG. Like there's a story. Like the story's so good. There's like a it was a 12-year game. No, 12 years? No, 10 years in development. Like it, or like for this big setup. It was great. And then the RPG aspect of the game, like there's so much like there's so much like content to do. And a lot of the MMOs these days, it's mostly like raids and stuff like that. They're mostly like um HP sponges, where there's like a big boss, a lot of HP, and you just have to do as much damage as you can. FF does it great because they have mechanics. Like there's stuff that makes you, you know, it makes the fight great.
Like
it makes
each fight is different, at least from
yeah, each fight is
one.
different. Yeah, like you have like different different like mechanics to stop you from dealing damage, basically. Yeah, it's great. It makes the fight long, makes it feel good when you finish it, right? And the characters, like it's great. Like the characters have like these side stories that like happen prior to the main story, and that story branches out to more. Like it's like a huge tree. Like the main story quest is the trunk, and the branches are the side quests, and it goes so far.
Okay.
It's so good. Yeah. And yeah, it's just I would like, I want people to play this game. Like give it a try. I know it's like super slow at the beginning, but trust me, it gets so much better later on.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why. Final Fantasy 14, awesome. And it's a social game. Like I made a good number of friends in FF.
Yep.
Just through like chatting them up during a dungeon, shit like that. It's a fun social game. And then Radiata Stories. The reason why I love that game is because it's one of the few RPGs that really makes it. Or sorry, it's like an early RPG that had consequences for your actions. Like, because the story of that was, the humans and basically forest creatures were having like kind of like a rocky relationship, or basically they were gonna fight. There was gonna be a war, and it was the main character and this other girl are kind of like they were kind of like set for each other basically. In one side, if you choose like these choices, you would end up in the human side and you'd have to fight that girl because she
Okay.
defended, or she's gonna defend the forest. And siding with the humans significantly makes the game a bit more challenging because there's this sword that you get from your father that only like activates when you either side with the fairies or with the forest people, or you kill them. So yeah, it's like there's like there's two branches. Yeah, it was so great because there's like replayability.
Oh yeah,
There's
yeah.
like some characters would join you if you choose this choice. Some would like go away. Some would like there's a lot of consequences. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I do enjoy those stories that have, if you make the choice, there are some consequences with it, like certain games, like I guess some early Telltale games, or so right now.
Yeah.
What games now? Until Dawn,
Like,
or
Witcher has those.
yeah, Witcher,
Yeah.
Until Dawn. What's that? The Quarry as well.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the quarry. I mean, those are more like story-driven stuff anyway. You know what I mean? But like, can you think of like an RPG game other than? I mean, no, there's a lot of them right now.
RPG
Dragon Age
games.
Inquisition is one
Fallout
of-
New Vegas.
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, okay, there's a
Skyrim.
lot of them. Skyrim, yeah. But yeah, at the time that was like one of the few ones that actually had
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. So it was great. And then Red Dead.
Mhm.
Red Dead 2.
Yes.
I'm kind of just biased. I love cowboys. That's one
Yeah.
thing. And then
Yeah.
the story though, it was great
Yeah.
because
Red Dead 2 story is freaking like super good.
yeah,
So
it
well
is. It
written.
really is well written. Like again, same thing with Uncharted. Like no character banter made me bored. Like
Mhm.
I would sometimes just sit in camp, listen to people talking, and yeah, like there's so much going on. Like the world feels so full. It feels so alive. I mean, is what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
It feels so alive. There's so much like wildlife, and then yeah, the people, they interact with you. It was great. But again, the multiplayer could have been like the
Single
thing that-
player.
no, like if the multiplayer was great and they kept updating it, that shit would have been in like my top 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but no, they abandoned it completely. It had so much potential.
It's
But
lack
no,
of
they abandoned it.
updates.
Yeah,
How
lack
much
of
content to
updates.
do,
Yeah.
and yeah.
The story was great though. Like I love the story. Like if you're gonna play Red Dead, just play it for the single player at this point. It's so good. Arthur Morgan, he's a great character, man. Like he again, it's like there was character development, like he saw
the
Ooh, excuse me.
consequences of his actions to the point where he got tuberculosis because of what he did.
Lumbago.
No, TB, not lumbago.
Lumbago.
Lumbago. I got lumbago. Bam, there. And then, Valencia. Yeah, Fire Emblem Shadow Valencia. Man, that one. It's like, it kind of started out for me a bit like slow, because it was about. It started out with Alm. Like
Okay.
having to, you had to go like through small villages first, and then like when Celica's part of the story appeared, like, and then you had to keep on switching between Alm and Celica, like what they had to go through to only meet up in the to meet up in the middle. Holy crap, man, that was so. There was like, oh god.
Yeah, they
There
like
was-
meet up and they separate again.
Yeah, they meet up and
The
separate
story
again.
keeps going too.
It's
Yep.
here right
Dang.
there.
Yep. Yeah, it's like the dialogues of like the characters again. Yeah, there's a pattern going on with my freaking with my favorites. Man, the dialogues,
Characters.
it was
Mm.
so good. Like I forgot his name. Tobin and I forgot the
Ray.
Yeah. Their conversations was so good, and then Alm with that white-haired girl. I forgot her name. The one who had a
Claire?
crush on Alm. Yeah, Claire. Yeah, Claire. That was great too. Yeah, this it was so good. Like, I never hated a character in that game, and then I forgot his name again. Shiz, freaking the knight who sacrificed his, spoiler by the way.
Whew. Turn it
Oh,
off.
he sacrificed his lover,
Yeah, Berkut.
Berkut. Yeah, oh
Yeah,
dude, he was
Berkut.
my favorite.
Yeah, and his voice actor really made the role like absolutely
Yeah.
like
Yeah, yup. Like
he-
basically he
so good.
sacrificed his lover to gain like power.
yeah, and that was like
And-
not what she wanted.
Yeah.
Mm.
And oh dude, it was so good. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much-
Make me want to refurbish my list now. God dang it.
Why?
Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna make this quick from my end. But
Okay.
like on my list, I want to remove 2 games. I want to replace one of them. So one of the games that I should have mentioned was Dark Souls 3.
Okay.
Oh,
Dark Souls 3, or Souls games in general. I do love the gameplay and the style of, the difficulty that it presents us. Because the thing I love about Dark Souls is that you're always presented with a challenge, and of course you die all the time. But the fun part is, you're always trying to, find ways to kill that boss or whatever. Like you're either getting better all the time. And for me, Dark Souls is a game where like once you've overcome that, it feels so gratifying. That's why
For sure.
I should have put Dark Souls there. And another one is, yes, a visual novel, Katawa Shoujo. That game has stayed for me for a long time. Because it is, visual novels are still considered games in some way, because they have objectives, they have endpoints, and it's just a lot of reading, but there is still a start and an ending there. Yeah, Katawa Shoujo was great. It was my only game that I played when I first moved out, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, playing it has it really brought back my desire to like draw again, if I do say that. Yeah, it was great. The stories is great. The characters are also dang good. Yeah, I've
Best girl who?
Hanako.
Okay.
Hanaka's the
All
best girl for me, but all of them are good. They all have their their charm, their good points. Is to say, but yeah, I think, yeah, there we go. There's my refurbished list.
All right. What did you
Yeah.
remove?
I removed Senran Kagura and what's the other game? There's another game that I added on the last part.
Alien.
Oh,
Alien
no.
Isolation.
No, I don't want to remove that. I don't want to
remove Overwatch.
Okay, I'll sacrifice
Oh.
that.
Oh, okay.
Dang.
Okay. Wow.
Well, you know, it's a hard list. This list will change over time. Like maybe if we do another gaming episode, it's gonna be different. It's gonna change all the
Yeah.
time. All our preferences will
I
be
just remember the
different.
game I could have put.
What?
Well, honorary mention, I guess.
Yep,
This is
honorary
there.
mentions.
Oh, AI the Somnium Files.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is a game I
Okay,
freaking love. I played that first because it wasn't like I wasn't familiar with the like Zero Escape series,
Mhm.
but I played that. Like I played AI first, and AI. The thing is with Zero Escape, I think the series is more focused on like a bigger story, like a mystery,
Mhm.
and like surrounding the characters and all that. Well, AI is more. There is like a big story and stuff and that, but the characters are like the important parts of
Mhm.
the
Yep.
story. Like all the
Yeah.
characters are super like good, and the
Mhm.
story is great too. If you have Game Pass, you can play the first game, which you should.
Hell yeah.
So do play that.
Sponsored. Oh
Would
no,
you-
it's not sponsored.
would-
Sorry, we're not
Would you
sponsored. guys.
God, I
also
wish.
recommend the sequel? Sorry, the
The
quote-unquote
there's a
sequel.
Yeah, the what's it called? AI Nirvana Initiative. That's also really good. But I do like the first game more. That is
Yep.
for me.
Okay.
Alright, that's it. That's all your honorable mentions.
Well, I don't want to. That might go on, so I'm not gonna.
Okay, okay.
I think we all have a
Alright.
lot of honorable mentions. I could mention. I'm gonna make like a fast one. Apex,
Okay, go.
R6, Ready
Uh-huh.
or Not. What else? I don't know if I should put Valorant up there. No, I don't think so. Okay, those are my three
Okay.
honorary mentions.
Okay. My honorary mentions. Okay, sure. So League, Valorant,
Wow.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh fuck.
Wait, hold on. What else?
I
Astral Chain.
Astral fuck.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to mention because we'd be here all day.
God dang it.
Octopath Traveler.
God of War.
God of War, FF Tactics. Okay, I'll put 5. FF Tactics, and last is okay, this is hard. This last one's hard. But I'm gonna say Dragon's Dogma.
Ooh yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Hell
But
yeah.
I'm not gonna speak because we might be here all day.
Yeah, that's
Okay, yeah, fair,
That's
fair.
a
It
lot.
would be hard to like have an honorary mention because there are a ton of games that like.
We're now
Yeah.
dissecting our freaking
Yeah.
Steam
Oh,
libraries.
sorry, not Dragon's Dogma. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm taking that out.
Oh,
Dragon
Dang.
Age Inquisition.
Dragon Age. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. I
Gotcha.
mean, as much as I love Dragon's Dogma Inquisition, that was man, that was a chef's kiss.
SWAT 4.
SWAT 4.
I'll put that on mine. My
Alright.
god, like yeah, you know what? There's too many to mention. Maybe a top 5 isn't a good idea.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
we're just gonna explain our Steam libraries from then on. But yeah, okay, that's good. At least we know each other's like taste in gaming. It's not too bad, I think.
I think. Wow. Okay.
Oh, like I that was a scuff list on my end. So weird.
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
No problem.
But yeah, should we I think we should take a little break. It's
I
15
think-
minute. What?
I think we should. No, I think we should like continue on and then just end.
Continue on. All right.
Yeah, because we only have one last thing to talk about, and
Okay.
it's the like you know. Okay, you go.
Yeah. So yeah, as we all know, we do watch events like Gamescom or Game Awards, or what else is there? All those events,
yeah.
right?
E3. Oh, yeah.
E3 once when it was still a thing. Pretty much, they would always showcase games there, and we were always interested if any one of us or if any of you guys have any games that you're looking forward to play for this year or next year.
Okay.
So do you?
Wait. I'm gonna pull up a list
Okay.
of new games for 2022 and beyond.
Okay.
Because there are some games I saw, and like there's some games I know.
Mm-hmm.
But like what's that?
Oh my fuck.
There's Rollerdrome. Oh, it's a like skating game.
Yeah.
Looks cool,
Rollerdrome.
but I'm not in part. Saints Row.
Saints
I forgot.
Row. Oh my fucking god.
It's this month.
Yeah. It's
This
one.
month.
I kind of want to get it. No lie.
Fuck. Yeah, Saints
I
Row
kinda wanna
series.
get it.
God damn it. Oh my gosh.
I told you, honorary mentions. They'll take it. I mean, well,
Yeah,
Ashvelt
it'll
will.
go on.
Oh
It'll
my.
keep going on. But I guess I could start.
Yeah, go ahead.
I only have a few actually. I only have a few games that I'm looking. Actually, no. You know what? Frick it. I'm gonna make this fast because there's a lot of games that I'm looking forward to, and I'll just explain. I'll explain the ones that I really am looking forward to first. So
Uh-huh.
the most I'm looking forward to is Final Fantasy 16 because the developers of that, like the team who's making that game, is the same team who made FF14, and like the gameplay is the same guy who, like the fighting or the combat is the same guy who made Devil May Cry.
Yep, same.
Yeah.
Like, one is in charge of it. Yeah.
So like, man, that dev team is like full all stars, man. And I saw the trailer for it. Holy crap, it's so hype, man.
Yeah.
So hype. And the writer for it was the writer of Heaven's Ward in Final Fantasy 14, and that was like one of the best. I would say, yeah, one of the best expansions of the game. And then the second one I'm really looking forward to is that Harry Potter game,
Oh, was that
Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah, that one. Like, it looks so good. Like, I don't know, just going around the school learning, like it's a school setting, right? It looks
Yeah.
really good.
It's like Bully,
I'm-
but with magic.
Yeah, it's like Bully with magic. Yeah.
Fuck Bully.
And-
Oh my gosh, I should have fucking mentioned that.
See, look, you have so much games to talk about. But yeah, so that's my second. Don't really have much to say about it. Just say it looks really good. The third one is what's that game called?
Is it coming like
Oh,
this
yeah.
year or next year?
Which one?
Like the one you're thinking about now?
Oh no, I already know. It's God of War.
Yeah,
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
one.
that's true.
Hype. Yeah,
Mm.
it's really good. I mean, we all know why God of War series is really good, especially the new
Goats.
one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one
you're right.
that I'm like really looking forward to would probably be the Crisis Core remake.
Crisis Core.
Yeah,
You familiar with that,
which is
Ashvelt?
part of my, which is part of my what's this? My honorary mention list. Crisis Core. Yeah, Crisis Core. Yeah, I love that game. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess the other ones, honorary mentions, is Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 like finally releasing. I'd love that.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
Oh,
Dragon Age
finally.
Dread Wolf.
Dragon Age.
Okay, sorry. Let me change Crisis Core to Dread Wolf. I'm changing
Okay.
Yeah. I'm changing Crisis Core to Dreadwolf.
Okay, we'll allow it.
Yeah, and then Alan Wake 2.
Alan Wake, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention
Excuse me.
that actually.
Yeah, that's it.
Alan
that's
Wake.
it for me, yeah.
Fuck.
How about you guys? What are you guys waiting for?
God. You want to go first or?
You can go first.
Okay. For me, I guess there's not a lot of games that really captured caught my attention, but I guess the more what's it called, indie games, like the one that Devolver showed. I like the skating one, like the one of the glass and it's like skating. I forgot what it's called.
Okay.
There was also Cult of the Lamb, which just got released yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because most of the games I'm looking forward to are more of the indie artsy games rather than like AAA titles. Because for me, AAA titles just almost looks the same, like in my opinion. So I'm looking for the more indie titles, like let's say what's that? Like those Metroidvania games like Ori, which I should have fucking mentioned a while ago. I can't believe it. Ori, Hollow Knight. Oh, Silk Song. I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh yeah, sure.
The new Skate game that it's currently being developed for PC.
Oh yeah.
Just called Skate. I
Great to
am.
play as well.
Yeah. I want to play a skate game. Because it's been a long while since I played one, and it's not every day we get to get those games. But yeah, I think mostly that's what I'm really looking forward to. It's just a few games, just a few games, not too big of titles. And I guess that's for me. That's all.
All right. Okay.
Oh yeah. Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, now I'm done. Saints Row. Fuck.
Okay.
Okay, your turn.
I guess for me, one is the Callisto Protocol. That's actually a game by the creators of Dead Space. Dead Space is one game series also that I actually really enjoyed. That was I think the first PC game I played through completely. Well, actually it was BioShock. That was one game. There's another game.
Yeah. I thought you would mention Dead Space in your list. Now that I think about it, holy crap.
I thought about it, but then what's it called? I've only Dead Space 1 and 2 are the good ones. 3 is fine.
3.
But 3 was obviously the what's that?
The black sheep.
The pro one. Yeah, the black sheep. I mean, Silent Hill has a lot of that, but Dead Space is more just an enjoyable game for me. I wouldn't put it at the very top, but I really do enjoy it. It would probably be top 6. Because I was really thinking about it, but it would probably be up there. But yeah, the Dead Space is actually getting a remake, so there's that. So it shows that EA still cares.
Okay.
The Callisto Protocol is one. Yeah, it's just from the creator of Dead Space, and it looks. I like how the first trailer they showed was fine, and then they have the version of it that was for more true to the game, where it was just really violent, which is in Dead Space's thing. When you die, it's really
gory.
Damn, I'm dying.
Yeah.
The other one is Slitterhead, which is from the director of Silent Hill.
Slitterhead.
Yeah, it was announced way back then. But it's.
Oh yeah. Slitterhead. Where do they show that? They showed at the event, right? At the games event. Game Awards. Okay. Hmm. Oh shit.
The horror kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh fuck.
what else? What's that? I'm not really sure. Oh, remember that game the day before that we were eyeing out before?
Yeah, yeah,
Zombie game?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. The Last of
That's-
Us, like.
That's one thing that I love. Like I said, I love survival crafting games
Uh-huh.
and building, and I love zombie survival games. Those that genre is something I love, because especially if there's cool building and survival kinks and all that, because
Mhm.
it there's so much to do, and I just love that kind of setting. It's apocalypse and I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna go through all this stuff
Mm-hmm.
and all that, which is kind of why I'm eyeing out good zombie survival games and all that. And
Okay.
that one's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it does look good.
It's a shame it
promising.
it got delayed a whole year.
I got a cowboy hat. Yeehaw.
Yeah, those type of presentations where they show people playing the game is that is not what happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
reminds me of,
no.
Them people playing.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
that
yeah,
reminds me of the Division. Oh my god, the early Rainbow Six gameplay trailer they had before.
Oh, that was a big lie.
Oh yeah, totally.
Big lie.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
And
If
the-
you were actually playing Rainbow Six, you'd just be depressed.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Actually, you were saying BioShock earlier. How about Atomic Heart?
Oh, like the Russian BioShock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be part of my list if ever.
I am just eyeing it out, but it's what's that? I'm not particularly ready to buy it.
Ah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. I
um,
getcha.
There are a lot of games honestly I'm looking forward to, but it's more of I'm just waiting to see how it's
Uh-huh.
because there are a lot of games that I bought and I'm damn, I'm not really into it. So
I get you.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why free to play is a good option.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yep. Yeah, I think that was the whole thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this would you say
Honestly.
would you say this year or next year, the coming years, would it be a good year for games for you guys? What's your opinion on it?
I think it will.
Yeah, I think
Because-
it will.
There new hardware came out, and a lot of the games that would come out would probably be built around that, because you see the bigger more impressive
Mhm.
games later on in mostly the console's life, because
Yeah.
they built for those usually first, and then the rest is built around it, which is really weird. You see a game that's running super well on the console, then it comes to PC and then it's ass.
Yeah, true.
Or
The
it could be
downgrades.
the other way around, where it's
Yeah.
running poorly on a Switch, the Switch games especially, the ones that are exclusive to Switch first. They run poorly, not really poorly. No More Heroes 3. There are some kinks to it. It's blurry, frame rate can take a dip, and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then now there's a PC and PS4 and all that stuff version coming out, and you're oh, I can play the game at a stable frame rate, things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Mm.
Optimization.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
but I think it would be good. Unreal 5, I think has potential.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of storage space now. Games are getting bigger by the
You know,
years.
I think Unreal 5 makes it smaller. No, because it's more compressed.
I suppose,
let's
but
hope.
there's also HD textures, how big worlds. Of course, it's gonna be huge.
I watched like a whole like video about how Unreal 5 does like textures and lighting, and it's mostly AI doing the work. Like it's not it's they made it so that it's gonna be less extensive for your GPU, and that it's gonna be very optimized while having
Really?
like really good what's this like graphics and stuff like that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's AI. It's AI.
Okay, we'll see what's let's see what the future holds for the year of gamers and all.
Yes.
I hope well, I guess in the future we'll never tell what's ever real or fake anymore because the graphics became so damn good that
Yeah.
it's gonna blur the lines of reality.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Gosh
Honestly,
dang.
What's
Uh-huh.
that? Like what Muffy mentioned, there's like a lot of like the triple A stuff are like a lot of us are like, I'm not really like into this or that or all that.
Mhm.
And a lot of indie games now, like despite how simple like they look or seem, like they're the ones that are like getting people's
Get
attention
good.
and all that, and are the
That's
ones
true.
that like people are playing a ton.
Yeah, that's
Which
true.
is
That's
good.
true.
Because companies like big AAA games, they have investors to please,
Mm.
Yeah, yeah,
stuff to follow.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
we need this formula, we need to follow this, or we need
Stray,
how do we
Stray's
get?
an indie game, right?
Yes,
Double
Stray's an
A?
indie game.
I think
I
double
guess.
A, right?
Is it a double A? I don't know.
But I know it's like made by a pretty like new studio.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
making
But yeah,
sure.
that's why
Yeah.
indie games are great because they allow like for developers to do something that they would want to see in a big game, but they're the
Yeah, yeah.
ones like doing it. And if other people share that sentiment, that's when the indie game becomes like super big.
True.
Yeah. That's the charm of it. A
Mhm.
lot of it. Mm-hmm. Say that.
It is
Okay.
raining really hard here right now.
Yeah, same.
Is it raining over here, you guys? Gosh dang.
Yeah.
Well then, I think
I think that's it.
that wraps it up.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like we're wrapping up, but you know what? There's way more stuff that
Yeah.
that
Oh yeah, for sure.
oh my gosh, like, oh god, I don't think we can even run that long now, can we?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Nah, but I think that's about it for gaming. For gaming in general.
Hmm.
Yeah, honestly, like we could discuss a lot more about. There's a lot more stuff we could talk about, like gaming related, not just like about us or just about like games in general or what we think about stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we could have another go.
Gaming,
Another
the,
time.
Go
the
ahead.
sequel.
Oh my gosh, there's. Sorry, it's getting quiet. There's a lot of thunder here.
No worries, man.
We're gonna make a remastered episode, remastered sequel, reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Remastered.
yeah.
I love games that do that. They have like a funny, like term to basically like show that it's a re-release. Like Kingdoms of
Reloaded.
Amalur Re-Reckoning,
Yeah,
the
I remember.
collection remastered.
Remastered. Is that what the red? What? Really?
Oh wait, I'm gonna look. Guerrilla Faction
Guerrilla Faction.
Remastered.
Remastered. What the heck?
Guerrilla Faction, yeah, remastered. Yep,
Oh
it's
my
Red
God.
Faction Guerrilla. Yeah,
Oh my
That's it.
gosh. Jesus.
Oh my God.
John
That's
Marston.
funny. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Reloaded. But yeah, I think that's that about wraps it up for this episode. Right. I'm gonna tell you right now, there might have been some scuffed audio along the way.
Why?
Like there were some times where I might have accidentally muted, and I don't know, my mic is kind of going off, so I hope it's not bothering the chat. I should have you know what? It was going good, but we'll see how it how it sounds in the end.
Okay.
Yeah, this might be the
Yeah.
most scuffed episode that we had. Just
It's okay.
from an audio
Gamers are
video.
tough.
Gamers, baby. I am a gamer
Yeah.
not because I don't have a life, you know.
You got the real gamer experience. Scuffed audio.
Yeah, Scuffed Audio.
Early 2000s gaming.
Early 2000s, more like Paladins gaming.
Paladins, my gosh.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm sorry, High Res.
All right, guys. I think we should be done now. Thank you all for tuning in the Behind Enclosure episode. Thank you to Ashvelt who's joined us on the table, our very first guest here.
Hell yeah.
Happy to be here.
Right.
Hell yeah.
And if you guys got any closing words or something, you know.
You got anything?
Play video games.
Hell yeah. True.
Yeah.
How are you, Muffy?
Game on.
Game
Gamers
on?
don't
Game
die, they
on?
respawn.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Eat, sleep,
Alright.
game, repeat.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Wait, let me look for gamer quotes.
Gamer Joker quotes.
Okay.
Okay, no, these are kind of cringe. Never mind. Keep calm and blame it on lag.
Keep. Yep.
Oh my
yeah.
God. What the hell?
Oh.
All right.
Okay. Here's
my.
my what do you call this? My quote for you. There's a
What?
thin line between life and death, and you will find me there. Apex Legends.
Wow.
Wow. Sheesh.
Wow.
All right.
I don't know who that. I don't know who said that. It just says Apex Legends.
It's Apex Legends.
or sorry. Here, let me. Here we go. One more. Okay, one more.
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
Okay.
Close it off.
All right. Here we go. Education is important, but video games are importanter.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
All right.
For
Oh,
watching.
I've been looking at like gamer quotes. I don't like them.
All right. Anyways, guys, we'll see you around next episode. And everyone just have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And you want to say your famous lines?
Yeah. Remember, the enclosure is always gamer. Goodbye. Woo!
Oh, failure doesn't mean game over. It means try again with experience.